for tuning in. We begin this evening on mortgage rate. Interest rates have been one of the hottest topics since the Bookman released the Holovyk Shazard card?
Pretty close.
Okay, let me tell you. At the time we filmed this video, interest rates were hovering around 3.5%. That is nearly 0.2% higher than what most of the experts projected at the end of last year. Many of the big names originally forecasted to be 3.5% by the end of the third quarter, but it looked like they may have pulled a Brett Favre and fumbled that one.
According to the U.S. Central Bank, the Federal Reserve plans to raise interest rates at the end of next month, assuming that the U.S. economy will largely steer clear of an economic fallout from the new COVID variant and continue growing at a healthy pace. As inflation hits nearly 7%, the highest since 1982, the government is doing whatever they can to help take control of the situation.
That's a great point, Chris. For the audience that isn't too familiar with inflation, could you give us a little explanation on how it works and why they should be concerned?
Absolutely. To put it simply, inflation is the loss of purchasing power over the course of time. It means that your dollar will not go as far tomorrow as it did today. For example, let's say that you have $100 in the bank today, and inflation goes up 7% the way that it has been. That means that your $100 is now only worth $93. Sheesh!
It sounds like a soggy hot pockets on a rainy day, if you ask me.
Sure does, Nahid. Now let's tune into a quick word from our sponsors, Plastic Fruit.
Have you ever walked into an open house and immediately, like a tractor beam, locked eyes with that bowl of plastic fruit on the kitchen counter? Yep, me too. Plastic Fruit has been leading the industry in making oddly satisfying and completely useless eye candy for the past 46 years. So thank you, Plastic Fruit. And if you like some good old PF, you can find it at your local open house too.
Thanks for tuning back in. Our next headline is inventory, but we're not talking a stacking shelf. According to Realtor.com, housing inventory is nearly historic low and down nearly 27% from December 2020 when compared to December 2021.
That sounds as dry as a turtle's butt crossing the desert if you ask me, Nahid.
Sure does. In fact, our local state of California inventory is down nearly 28% year over year, while our wave riding brother in Hawaii have nearly 50% less homes available for sale than this time last year.
Cowabunga, Nahid. But you know what figure hasn't been declining? Home showings. Despite strong competition and rising prices, buyers are still shopping in hordes. In fact, according to Showing Time, home showings have been the highest ever since November 2017.
That is not a surprise, Chris. Buyers are doing their best to jump into the market to capture the opportunity to gain some equity.
Data juggernaut CoreLogic recently released their 2021 third quarter homeowners equity report, and these numbers read like a Sri Lankan cricket game. Huh is right. The average home equity gain for U.S. homeowners with a mortgage was $57,000. That's more than a Tesla 3 or even a BMW 4 Series. And if you were in California, well, imagine placing a Porsche on your roof, because that's just about what happened here. California homeowners increased their equity by nearly $120,000 from Q3 2020 to Q3 2021. In fact, Last summer, home prices reached the highest level in the past 45 years, and while they don't appear to be moving at the same pace, they are still going right to the top.
Looking at the average of 7 major outlets like Fannie Mae, NAR, the Mortgage Banker Association, home prices are forecasted to jump 5.2% this year. But the truth is, with the inventory as low as it is and inflation as high as ever, I wouldn't be surprised if the appreciation is nearly double this year.
Well, that wraps us up better than a Taco Bell quesarito, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you. So let's go ahead and put a bow on this one and call it Christmas morning.
We'd love to hear about what you think is happening in the market and what you think will happen in real estate in 2022. Leave us a comment below, send us a DM. As always, thank you so much for watching, and keep it classy, internet friends. What's your favorite social media platform? Is it Facebook? Is it YouTube? Or is it Instagram? You can always find me at Nahid the Realtor or stateofgrace.com.